guys. Today is the sickle cell awareness eye look. I've been talking about it and I've been working on it for probably about 2 weeks now, trying to find a red and then trying to find out what colors you could do with red, because I've really never have worn red eyeshadow. So it was really hard for me to find something that would look right and go together. And I was trying red and blue, then I was trying red and browns and red and oranges and just all these different colors. I was trying to find an eye, and this is the eye I got. This is red and gold and a little bit of a dark brownish red on the ends, and this is what I'm going for. It almost reminds me of Iron Man eye shadow look, which could be cool for Halloween. I mean, if you want to go for that Iron Woman look or something like that, then that'd be kind of cool too. But for me, this is all about Sickle Cell Awareness Month. This is September, the whole month, and I also share it with leukemia, children's leukemia, so it's really great because those are two killer, terrible diseases, and we really want to get them out there and raise money for them and just find a cure for these stupid diseases we just want to crunch. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna do this eye. Okay, so that's what we're doing today, so let's get started. I was gonna do the whole face, but I know it takes a long time, so I thought I would just do the eye and just keep one eye for you guys to see, and then we'll do one eye together. Okay, so first, to start off with, I used a shadow stick. So, sorry, I wasn't ready. I went in with this Revlon Color Stay Smoky Shadow Stick, and I've had it for a while. There's a green side, and then the other side is the, goldish look. So this is what I went in all over the eye lid and a little bit into the crease. So we'll do that first. And I didn't bring a mirror out. Here we go. Okay. So just watch this. I'm bringing the stick in. If you don't own one of these, it's fine. You can just use a gold eyeshadow, or if you have like a gold cream or something like that, that would work also. I just kind of use this so that gold would stay in, only because we're using reds and stuff, and the gold can kind of get lost within there. So I just kind of liked a base to have that would be stuck on there, and that I could just kind of put some gold powder on top at the end, and then that gold will still be in there. So yeah, that's what I did. Was I started with that, and I kind of just took my finger and blended it in to make sure it was nice and in there. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to start with the red. For the red, I am using my Wet n Wild limited edition palette in Three's a Party, and it's got a red, a black, and a white. So we're going to be using the red that's in there. Okay, so I'm going to be using my little Tarte brush. It's got a little, like the crease brush, so any crease brush would work. And we're just going to go in with that red. And it's a good red, like it's on there. It's pigmented. It ain't no joke with that red. And sickle cell ain't no joke either, so that's why we're using the red. And as I'm talking, I'm just going to be letting you know that sickle cell disease affects the blood cells and changes their shape and their consistency. It changes the shape of the sickle, or of the cell, into a sickle shape, which is like a half moon, a C, whatever you want to call it. It changes it to that shape, and then it also changes the consistency to a sticky, real sticky, and that's how they get stuck in the blood vessels and cause blockage, which we all know blood clots are no good. And we get the clots in littler vessels, and so most areas I get them is in the legs, and I've had it in the chest before, which is no good either. A lot of pain in the chest. You can get them in your brain. You can, it's how people get strokes, and some get them in the heart, and a lady from our area. She was pregnant, had her baby, delivered. She got up, had a blood clot go straight to her. It was either her lung or her heart, and she passed away. And so the baby was left, and the husband, which was a really sad story. It happened in our town, I think, about a year ago. So yeah, sickle cell's no joke. It's not heard about a lot, so it's really important to me to get that out there and people to hear about it. Southern states, yeah, you hear about it, but not really in California and on this side of the coast. So it's really important to get it out there because a lot of African Americans don't even know. I didn't know until I was 13. So imagine. So there we go. We got that red in there. And you could just play around with it and work it in. Get it into that crease. And I like to kind of bring it into the eyelid a little bit just to get it to look nice in the corner. And something I found out a couple months ago is that people with sickle cell can't get malaria. So that's kind of interesting. Has to obviously do something with the cells. I mean, it's not like I have to worry about malaria. That's mostly if I went to Africa or something, but just a little for your info. So there we go. We got the red on there. Perfect. And then what I did for the end is I went in with my e.l.f. palette, and it's all the brown colors. So I really don't know. There's no stick or anything, but it's just one of my e.l.f. palettes. And I went in with this red matte. It's a dark brown red. You know those browns that have that red color to them and you really don't care for them? Well, this one I actually like now because I needed it for this eye. I need something to kind of, get a darker look. It's almost like a smoky eye, but reds, So I'm going to put a little bit out on the same brush I'm using. You can see it on there. There's that brown. And we're going to put that into the corner. See it getting in there, working. And this one's a little bit not so pigmented, so we've got to kind of get it on there and pile it. Alright, so there we go. And some other little info is that to help with sickle cell crisis, that's what it's called, we have pain crises all the time, is you need to drink lots of fluids. That's a big number, and I don't drink a lot of fluids, so it's really one of my issues and one of my problems, and I try my hardest, but I don't drink a lot of fluids because I just don't like to drink, really. But yeah, drink lots of fluids to stay hydrated, obviously, and then you need to stay warm, and you don't want to be cold because cold hurts our bones and it just makes those cells start to act up. We don't want to be too hot to where we're becoming dehydrated. So you don't want to be in the sun for a long time or out. You cannot overexert yourself. So when you're working out, you got to be careful. You don't want to start sweating a lot and just not feeling well because that will just tear you up. When we fly in airplanes, we need to have oxygen because when you're going up high and the oxygen is lighter and what do you call it? I don't know what you would call that, but when we don't have a lot of oxygen, messes up the cells, makes them start to sickle and get clotted. And so we have to get blood transfusions a lot. So this red's going with the blood and the sickle cell because the cell is a C shape. So as you see, the red is in a C shape. That's for the sickle cell. And yeah, we get a lot of blood transfusions. Iron. Our iron is always low. We're always anemic. I am always anemic. We can get iron, but we got to be careful because you get iron overload. Then that's really terrible, and you've got to get that fixed and take out iron to get your iron back low. I don't get iron infusions anymore. I would have to go in and get my port opened up, and then they would give me bags of iron. I think the bags of iron were actually dark colored. I can't remember. I think it was. They were dark. But I don't get those anymore because my body wasn't even taking the iron. I was just getting it, and then it would just completely just dissolve, basically. So it was pointless. So I'm always anemic. And my hemoglobin, if you guys know what hemoglobin is, which is like the blood counts and stuff like that, my hemoglobin's always a 10 and 11. And that's okay for sickle cell. It's not okay for normal people. Like, you guys should be like, I think a 12 or higher. But we run low. If I ever get to an 8, which I have before, but not lately, so I'm doing pretty good. But when I get to an 8, I have to have blood. Like, I've got to go in and get it. So I have to be hospitalized anytime I go in the hospital. And if my hemoglobin's lower than 8, I've got to stay. If it's not, usually I can go home unless the pain is not being taken care of. Then they admit me, and we've got to stay in for about a week, sometimes a little bit longer, until we can get the pain down, or we can get the cells from stop sickling and acting up. So there we go. That's that eye. And then I go in with some gold because I don't want to let the gold disappear. So I actually used my other little e.l.f. palette, and it's the Beauty Book 48 colors in Chic or Chic. One of the others. My little blue always falls out. But anyways, I'm going in with this gold right there on my fingers at. And I'm going to use the other side of my Tarte little brush. I really like the Tarte brush. Like, I didn't know that they would be good brushes. They came out of one of my palettes. But I actually really do like the brush because it packs on, like, really well. So I'm going to go in with this, and I'm just going to touch up the golds that we have in there. And there's one more color I'm going to use to help gradually, like, go into the brow bone area. Okay, see, we got that going on. Let's see. Ooh, I almost had some blue on my brush. Okay, so I just want to kind of get that in because I see that there's a little bit more red on the other side. Right in there is a little bit more red. But that'll work. I'm going to go in with the other one anyways. Okay, so then next I'm going to take this color right here, which is still in the same little e.l.f. palette. It's like a reddish orange color right in here. I'm going to use that to, I'm not going to go on the end because I want to keep that dark, but I'm just going to go in right in here so that I'm not just going from red to white. I kind of want to gradually get in the middle of there somewhere. So I'm going to use like this orangish red color. See, it's on that brush. I like e.l.f. colors. They're really like pigmented too. Just not this palette, the brown one. I don't know why, but that one just isn't as good. I don't know. Maybe it's certain eyeshadows that use certain chemicals or whatever they use, powders. Maybe they just don't reuse really good ones for the palettes. I don't know, but whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going in with that color. And see, if you see, I'm just keeping it right in here. I don't want to go anywhere past over there. Just like right in here, you can see that light color that I worked into, and that's how we're going to get that one too. Sorry if you can't see me doing it. Okay, there we go. See, and I'm going to bring a little bit in here with the same one. Alright, here we go. Now you can see it. Now it's looking the same. You can see that orange starting to work in there. That reddish orange. So we're going to put a little bit more right in here. And I think I'm going to touch it up with the red just a little bit because it kind of lost a little bit of the red. So Let me bring back in some more red, and let me fill it in right in there. Okay. And make sure there's no little fallouts everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to use the brow bone color, which I don't want to use any kind of glitter because we've already got some of that shimmer from the other eyeshadows. So I'm going to use this just matte cream color. And I'm just going to switch a brush up. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. Eyeshadow brush. Just take that, dip it in that white, and hit the brow bone. There we go. It gives that little pop that it needs. Okay, and then what I did do is I took the red and I lined it on the lower lash line. So I'm going to bring that out just a little bit on the bottom. And another thing about sickle cell is there's no cure yet. Well, I can't say that. There's a cure, but it is to have a bone marrow transplant or a stem cell transplant kind of thing. And that costs a lot of money. I don't think it's approved yet, like through the health kind of thing. And then I know it has to be like a really good match. And it says that it's very dangerous. Death is like one of the, you know, warning things, which death is like a warning for everything, medication, surgeries, whatever. They always put death on there. And then also, like I said, it has to be a really good match, and it says that when you do that, it could not work and not take, and then, you know, it just wouldn't go well for you, and your body could reject it. So, yeah, basically, there's really not, I mean, a couple people have had it done and been cured and did really well, but, I mean, my insurance won't pay for that. I know that for sure, and it just seems like too much, you know, too much for the body to handle. And another thing we have in common with cancer and patients, because I see a hematologist and an oncologist, which also deals with cancer, and to help with the pain and like with the crisis and stuff like that, we can take a medication called hydroxyurea, which is a chemotherapy pill. And I took it for a while, and it was terrible. The first couple of weeks, my bones felt like they were just breaking. They hurt so bad. It was terrible. When it was cold, they would hurt really bad. I was in bed for days in pain, just bone pain. So after a couple days, that went away. I was taking I think it was either 3 a day or three times a day. I don't remember for sure exactly. I actually think it was three times a day. I think. I don't know. But it didn't really work for me. I was just having more pain than getting, you know, having a positive reaction. I didn't really have one. Basically, I was in pain more than I normally was. So we stopped that for a while. Now that I have been having a lot more pain and been in the hospital more, we might have to talk about it and see maybe if we can try it again. I don't know for sure. I really don't want to take it just because of the starting process, how much bone pain I had. But I mean, if it would work, it would be great. So that's one of the things we have in common. I see a lot of chemotherapy patients and cancer patients, and where I see my doctor at, where I have my treatments at, they're having their treatments at these really nice rooms with comfortable chairs and TVs and iPads and you know, juice and snacks just to make you feel comfortable, because it's really just an all-around uncomfortable situation having to stay in an office in a chair for hours getting these medications or bags of fluids, like for me, and iron, or, you know, pain medications and nausea medicines, all these things. it's just all around uncomfortable. So they really make you feel comfortable there and make you feel at home, and they're just so sweet. I love that my doctor office in Santa Barbara. They are so great. I love it. So yeah, I see a lot of different people, and you meet a lot of people, you know. I mean, yeah, you're sick, but you meet a lot of friends. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just lining my eye waterline with a black gel liner. You can use pencil, you can use liquid. I'm not a big liquid fan, only because the cat eye doesn't look that great on me. Okay, so I lined that, and then you want to line the top. So I'm just going to go in real quick. Okay, so there we go. That's my sickle cell awareness eye. I love it. It's great. I'm going to wear it like this. Last but not least, I know this video is like 20 minutes long already. I'm so sorry. The lip. I don't know. What do you guys think? Nude or red? I mean, how could you guys tell me? You can't really tell me. But I didn't know if I should go nude or red. And I'm kind of thinking, let's do the red. Why not? Just let's go all out today. So I'm going to take my liner. It's an Avon lip liner that has like the pencil with it. I'm sorry, the pencil and the lipstick is with it. But I'm just going to line them real quick. This is actually more of like a darker red than the red I'm going to use, so I might just use this actual lip that's in it, the lip color. See, they're lined? Okay. And I'm just going to go on with the actual same color on the Avon pencil. And it's just a lip duo, and it's really old. It's called Current. The lip color is called Current, and the lip stick liner, glimmer stick liner, is called Cassis, I guess. I don't know for sure, but just like a dark red. I was going to do the brighter one, but we'll just go for dark. Okay. Clean that up a little bit. And there we go. We are done. So there we go. We got the red eye for sickle cell, and we got the red lips to go with it also. And actually, the gold in our eyeshadow can also go with the leukemia, because the leukemia ribbon is a goldish yellow. So I've got some for leukemia and I've got some for sickle cell. So I put them together. We are good. We're rocking it. I love it. If you wanted, I bought some in the Halloween aisle. I got some gold glitter and some silver glitter. So if I wanted, I could actually go in and take this gold glitter and kind of just line it on top of the gold and the red. It would be really pretty. Or even put it on like the lips and the inside. And yeah, it would be like, going to a party, or, just really representing our sickle cell and our leukemia month. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry it was such a long video, but hey, you got to learn some things about sickle cell. You got to watch and learn an eye look and a red lip, and you got to see my face and hear my voice, which I know it's kind of deep, but that's just who I am. My voice is deep, can't help it. But love you guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. If you guys have any questions about sickle cell or leukemia or any of those things, please Leave comments in the down bar, and see you guys later. Bye.